Everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And I just want to do a quick little review. I'm going to try not to do spoilers, or at least not get heavy spoilers with this film, because I want people to check this one out. I don't think it did, that great at the box office. Probably because there was a little bit of controversy during the making of this film. That might have hurt a little bit. I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm just going to talk about the film itself. This is one that I watched on HBO Max a few weeks ago, but I want to get it on 4K because I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think, if anything else, definitely because the acting is fantastic, fantastic in this film. And that film is Don't Worry, Darling. Now, I did pop in the 4K. I want to see exactly, how it looks. And I popped it in, watched it for a few minutes. Definitely, I think, from what I did watch, there's definitely an upgrade over the streaming option. The colors pop, cinematography, everything looks fantastic. The sound design, everything looks great. The set design's fantastic in this film. How about the acting? Great actors and actresses across the board. Florence Pugh, I love Florence Pugh. I think she is one of the best actresses out there right now. I think she's going to have a lot of awards on her mantle by the time her career is all said and done. You want to see a really good film that you might not have heard about with her in it? Go check out The Wonder on Netflix. I really enjoyed that one. Highly recommend that film. This also has Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, Nick Kroll, and Chris Pine. Now, this film, to me, if you can get an idea of what this film is just from the trailer, I would say, without trying to get into like spoilers, I would say that this film is a mashup of The Matrix and Stepford Wives. That is the best possible way that I could absolutely describe this film. I've heard a lot of other people describe this film the same way. It definitely has that kind of feel. Now, from the trailer, you can definitely see that something is up. It takes place in the 50s, early 60s. Something is definitely, everything's a little bit too perfect. This trailer definitely leans more into the Stepford Wives type area for this film, but there's a whole lot more to it. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I probably give this film maybe like a 7 out of 10. But the acting is just so freaking good in this film, especially by Florence, that I cannot help but give it an 8 out of 10, just because I think she elevates this film to that, to that 8 out of 10 level. I really do. Her delivery, everything just seems so real. All her concern, everything when she's upset, when her the joy that she has when she's with her husband, played by Harry Styles. Everything just feels so authentic with her. And I think this just really comes through in this film. Now, because I said this film takes place, it's almost like this community, that's being, built by Chris Pine. He's in charge of this. And nobody ever really leaves this community. Everybody stays in this community. Again, that's why it kind of feels like Stepford Wives in a way. The husbands go off to work. I'm not really quite sure what they're working on, only that it's something that they say is going to change the world. So, the wives are at home, and, one of the wives has been kind of excluded now from the group because she's gone, as they say, she's gone a little crazy, and something happens with her later on in the film, which kind of opens up Florence Pugh's eyes to things around. Like, maybe things are not exactly as they seem. Things are not as perfect as they seem. And I'm going to try, like I said, I'm not going to really do any spoilers because, again, I want people to check this one out. If you have HBO Max, if you just want to rent it or pick up the 4K, I think it's at least worth a rental. It's absolutely worth a rental. And there's one scene towards the end, without really spoiling anything, I'm just going to say it's a car chase. That's all I'm going to say. It's a car chase at the end, towards the end of the film, that it made me feel like watching this car chase. And again, supposed to be, taking place in the 50s, early 60s. That car chase, it made me feel like watching an old-time movie. It had that old-timey kind of feel to it. And I thought it was shot so well that to make you feel like you're watching an old-time film, that was just, I thought, like I said, it was really outstanding how they shot this film with certain scenes. But this film, again, the story, you might watch this, you might be like, hey, I've seen this kind of story before. And, if you're a fan of Stepford Wives or The Matrix or both, yeah, you probably will have realized maybe you will have seen this kind of film before. Maybe you can, put it together, midway through the film, kind of understand where they're going to go. But I said that acting is what really, really hits home with this film, what really, truly carries this film. And I would really say, just everything that Florence Pugh goes through. And like I said, the interactions she has with Chris Pine in this film, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It's kind of like her against Chris, Chris Pine and his vision of what he wants, this community to be and everything that's going on and things not exactly being what they seem. But and like I said, normally I would do spoilers, but I just think that with this one, I think it's worth checking out. I definitely, absolutely think it's worth checking out. So, like I said, it looks great too. Oh man, what I watched I'm gonna have to finish watching the 4K because it definitely looked. And HBO Max streaming looks fantastic, but this looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Like I said, great shot. The chemistry between Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, off the charts. Absolutely off the freaking charts with this film. So, yeah, Don't Worry, Darling on 4K. Definitely, at least worth a rental. I definitely think it's worth checking out, at least for a rental. 8 out of 10 from me. And that extra point that bumps it to an 8, definitely because of Florence Pugh. So, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I will catch you in another episode. Take care.